What's going on, guys? Welcome to this Pokemon Showdown OU tier match against a person known as Corey. As you can see, the battle is coming from their perspective, because on Pokemon Showdown, whenever you enter a battle, I think whenever you save the replay, it always comes from the perspective of the first person to enter the room, which is sort of randomly decided. So, it came from their perspective, but for people who don't understand what I mean, my team is on the opposite side, even though you can see my name on the other side, so yeah. We're both running a Sunny Day team, which is it's good for me, really, because I don't have to worry about getting my sun up all the time. And, yeah, we're both running Drought, Ninetales, and his team is pretty manageable, honestly. I do have a lot of counters to his Pokemon, so, yeah, I'm not going to dilly-dally on all this stuff. We are just going to get straight on into the battle. So he leads off with his Ambipom, as I lead off with my Heatran, knowing he was going to lead with Ambipom for the Fake Out. And he goes for the Fake Out as predicted. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does take out my Air Balloon, which doesn't even matter because you can pretty much predict whenever he's going to go for it. So he goes for Low Sleep. I really have no need for this Heatran, is just only to get up rocks, really. So he goes for Low Sweep twice, takes me out. I really don't care. Heatran is pretty much ineffective in this battle anyway. So I go into my Ninetales to get the sun up. He goes for the U-turn. I kind of predicted that, knowing he might want to stay in on Ninetales. So I go for a Nasty Plot, which will boost my special attack by 2 stages, so that was a good play by me there. And I go for the Fire Blast, I believe, which does a decent amount actually, considering it's not very effective. So Nasty Plot, Fire Blast in the sun, does a chunk of damage. Then he goes for the Substitute, probably thinking he could live one of those, not expecting my Nasty Plot. So I just go for Fire Blast again, break that sub, as he goes for the Flamethrower, which does like no damage in comparison to my Fire Blast. So he's gonna go for the switch out into his Terrakion. I'm gonna go for another Fire Blast, and this does a chunk of damage to this thing. Takes it down to 17% on not very effective, so very nice there. I know he's gonna go for the Earthquake. It was so predictable. I just go into my Landorus SPD, also known as Strength Power Destruction. Shout out to Shofu there. And he goes into his Gengar. I expected that, and go for the Stone Edge. So I really am on top notch with my prediction in this match so far. So he's down to 3%. He goes for the Shadow Ball. Does take out my... well, it takes it down to 14%. I go for the Stone Edge. That obviously has no target because he got wiped out by Life Orb. So he goes out into Ambipom. I'm just going to let my Landorus die as he goes for the Fake Out to finish it off. And I am now going to go into my Venusaur Brute Root, who I know is going to take anything. So I go for a Growth to boost the special attack by 2 stages in the sun, as well as the physical attack, even though I only have special moves. So I go for the Giga Drain on the switch into... oh, I go for the Sleep Powder, I believe, on the switch into Garchomp. I think, yeah, I go for a Sleep Powder on this turn and put it to sleep, so Garchomp is pretty much ineffective. And now I go for the Giga Drain. I believe that takes down to like 10% HP or something, 11%. So yeah, I get a lot of HP back from that. As he stays in and just lets that thing die. There's no reason to keep it in, to switch it out. It's gonna die eventually. So goes out to Ambipom just to get another Fake Out in. I have no worries about that. I just go for a Giga Drain again. Oh no, I get flinched obviously, and then I go for the Giga Drain or the Sludge Bomb. I can't remember which one I go for. Sludge Bomb, because I kind of predicted to switch out to something else. So he has Nidoking and Terrakion and Ninetales left. He goes out to his Nidoking. I just go for the Sleep Powder. I know it's cheap, but it's effective. So Sleep Powder puts that thing to sleep. I go for the Giga Drain on this turn, and it gets a critical hit and totally one-shots this Nidoking. So yeah, honestly, if that was probably the threat I would have picked out, because I'm not really worried about anything else. So he goes out to his Terrakion. It's not even scarfed, so I just go for a Giga Drain and take it out. And finally we have Ninetales that gets taken out by the rocks. So that was a good battle. It was actually very, very easy. I 4-0'd him, so not bad. And yeah, that's a nice test for my Sunny Day team. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you for more shortly enough. Catch you then.